I know that I'm probably just going to eventually get to a point and, that, I'll just plant the seed maybe. And if you have suggestions now, that's fine. If not, um, it's maybe for another time, but, I'll get to a point, I'm sure, where I'll want more variety in thought of like different ideas for the, portable protein and, and fats. Right now, I'm satisfied with the variety I've got. Um, I've been using for meat. I've been pretty consistently using, deli slices of like chicken breast, most of the time. Occasionally some other lunch meats, but mostly chicken breast has been what I've been sticking with. And then, but I like breakfast meats a lot of the time, so I may mix that in sometimes just for variety.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if that's okay. Yeah, on your end.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not. There's two stages to healthy eating, and there's choosing only healthy foods with no additives and no preservatives, and so that's the extreme end of the equation. We're on the opposite end. We're looking to lose 100 pounds. You're looking to lose 100 pounds. And I'm looking to watch you lose 100 pounds. And so that to me is, for you, is the primary goal. I don't care what you consume in order to get that 100 pounds lost. I'm not in the camp where, well, you got to avoid all these foods and you got to eat these types of foods because they're the healthiest in order to lose 100 pounds. I know if I make you eat that way, you're probably going to end up gaining 100 pounds because you're going to go right back to what you were doing and then some. So I cannot do that with you. I'm fully aware of the fact that the primary objective that's going to get you in the best health possible is to get rid of 100 pounds of fat. That's our goal. So I'm open to doing it in the most enjoyable way possible for you.
Bless you.
Which I know you love to hear.
Yes. I do.
I know it's music to your ears.
It really is.
And so when you're introducing these foods, as long as the carbs are low, it doesn't bother me at all, because it's getting you to that finish line. It's getting rid of the body fat, which right now is the biggest detriment to your health. We get rid of the body fat and your life expectancy is going to go up 20 years plus, maybe 30 years. I mean, that's a fact. So we need to focus on that. So I'm totally open to you finding snacks online that are low carb, whatever it takes for you to be able to keep the carbs low, to keep the protein high, and moderate fat in the diet. Fat's going to be used to control your hunger outside of the protein. So if you get enough protein in, you're getting 50, 60 grams in a meal protein, then the rest of it's going to come through fat sources, which it's whatever that you want to consume, as long as it's low carb. So the breakfast meats are fine. No problem at all. You can make bacon and consume that, but obviously it requires making it. So,
right.
So there's a process that I know, because of your busy schedule, that you want as much convenience as you can possibly get. There's a ton of food out there that's available, because there's a lot of people that are following low carb diets and have been following them for many, many years, ever since the Atkins diet decades ago. There's just foods that popped up to try and allow people the opportunity to keep carbs low in a convenient fashion. So if you go online, you can find probably an endless amounts of them by just Googling low carb snacks and just seeing what's available. Low carb, high protein snacks, even better. So you can get some protein in while you're consuming it. But even if you're getting the protein through something like the meats, and you just want a snack that you can consume on that's low carb, you can look for the low carb snacks. So I'm open to all of that for you in order to make this as painless as possible, because the whole idea is we want to realistically get you down to below 250 pounds. And realistic means that you should have the latitude to make the diet interesting for you. And interesting for you might be different than interesting for anybody else. You have to decide what those foods are, knowing that going in, that the goal is I'm going to consume the lowest carb possible food that I can find that I like in order to be able to lose weight as quickly as possible. Because the lower you're able to keep carbs, the more you're going to control insulin, and the more your body is just going to use that stored fat for energy every single day. And that's going to ramp up the speed of results, which is the goal.
That sounds wonderful. Bless you.
So, so I'm totally open. I'm totally open with you introducing foods into the diet that meet that criteria, and asking me if you have any questions about anything in particular. You can ask when we meet. But I think that when you just as you had mentioned, the breakfast meats are perfectly fine because they're going to be high in fat, they're going to be high in protein, they're going to be low in carbs. Uh, a lot of people following low carb plans that are looking for that added flavor use those types of meats in order to provide themselves with protein. And obviously, if you consumed meats like that throughout the day, I mean, the fat content's going to be high. So if you were consuming all of your meal, and you'd still lose weight because still you're keeping carbs low. So even if all of your meals were a high fat, high protein meat, that you would still achieve excellent results. But for portability, I think bringing some of the lower fat meats with you just to be able to consume them at work or just on the run, just something that you can consume really quick, that's portable, you can use those. And when you have more time to prepare something, or if you find something that fits a criteria of a meat that you really enjoy, that you want to use as part of the plan that's high protein and high fat, go for it.
This is really good. That opens up a lot of doors. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I want all those doors to be explored. Okay. Not at the same time. We'll take them one at a time, please.
Okay.
You could try to gain the most satisfaction out of everything you introduce. You know what I mean? As opposed to just diving in head first and trying everything all at once. Try to slowly introduce these foods to make it exciting. Like you got something new, get something out of that, then add something else. Just slowly start to entertain yourself with these foods. And before you know it, I think that you'll have a list of foods that you love, that you really do enjoy, that you authentically would want to eat on a regular basis, even if you weren't on a diet, that you can use as part of this diet to get to the finish line a lot easier and a lot quicker than you thought possible.
That sounds amazing. I think I'm actually believing this might be right. This might actually happen.
I like your partial confidence in the fact that this is going to be a huge success. I'll go for it. I'll take it. Whatever I can get out of you. If I get a big smile and I get the evil grin, I like to call it.
Yeah.
Like you're ready to explore some options that you thought that I may not be approving of, and then suddenly I give you the green light, and then things and transform within your mind. Like maybe I'll actually be able to go places I never thought possible. This is good. This is very good.